Shame on me. Like, well, Nicole, why don't you knit on it in the morning during your morning knitting? Well, because I cast on a pair of socks and I was knitting other things. Hey everybody, welcome to the Pine Cottage. My name is Nicole. Today we are having a knitting podcast for mid-March. I am so happy to have you here. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you are returning, thank you so much for still being here, even as I adjust to new content that I've added on this channel. Sometimes when you switch gears on YouTube, not everybody likes that, and I do apologize for those who felt like they had to leave, but I really want this channel to reflect all of my interests, and even though the knitting content isn't changing, some of the additions of the other content like reading and simple living weren't for everyone, and I did have like a decline in subscribers. But I've also had some new subscribers and it's kind of evened out. So it hasn't been a big loss, but I haven't grown and I've kind of stayed the same, and I'm okay with that. So that's a long way just to say thank you so much for sticking with me, and I hope that you will enjoy today's video. I have one finished object to show you, and I have two works in progress, and then I have some acquisitions, and then we have the giveaway winners. We have two winners today to announce at the end of the video. So let's get to it, shall we? The first thing I want to show you is my finished object. So I finished my Musselburgh hat. I had knit one before, and I want to say I knit the adult large version in the pattern the last time. And so I wanted to try the adult medium this time because the adult large was a little bit roomy, and I felt like when I washed it and wore it over several years that it would stretch out a little bit. Well, somehow mine is just as large as the first one, and which is crazy for me because usually my tension is like I'm a tight knitter. But for some reason, I just was knitting looser and it still came out the same. Not terrible, but I have not blocked this and it's still kind of loose. So I will show you. So this is my Musselburgh hat, and this is in yarn by La Bien-Aimée in the colorway HNS. And I mean, it fits fine, but I haven't blocked it and I haven't worn it out yet. I've just worn it here, and I just am nervous that it's going to grow too much. It is an 80-10-10, so it's 80% merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon, and I love the colors in it. It has some purple tones and green tones, brown tones, grays, so it really is beautiful colors. So I know I'm going to enjoy wearing it, although now the weather's kind of warming up out there. I don't know how much opportunity I'm going to have to wear it, but I'm sure. I live in Ohio, so I'm sure that we will get some cold days before it stays warm. This is my Musselburgh hat. If you are new here and you have not knit a Musselburgh hat, there is a tutorial for the way to start at the crown, because you start at the crown and then you increase. If that is boggling your mind, because I know it was with me, you can see here at the top how it's like a 4-way increase, and this little hole in the center, it was started with a crochet hook. So Natalie from Love and Stitches has a tutorial on her channel how to start that, and this is knit in a big tube, and then it just fits inside itself. Most of you are probably very familiar with this hat because I feel like everybody makes it, and there is a good reason for that. It is, you guys, there's this gnat, and I really believe there's only one. I don't think it's a family of gnats that lives here because I never see them until I sit down, and then the one gnat flies in my face every time. I'm gonna blame it on the dog. He's sitting here right next to me. Everybody knits this hat because it's just so nice to be able just to knit stockinette, knit in the round. You're knitting in the round, so it's just knit, constant knitting, what they call like potato chip knitting. So I was able to knit, while watching TV, or, it was a good portable knit to take around with me. But towards the end, I just wanted to be done with it, and I was missing knitting socks. Because at least with socks, you get a little bit of break. You get, you do some ribbing for the cuff, then you have the leg, then it changes it up again where you do the heel. So you get a little bit of a break to do different things, and there's some variety there. And with this, it was just knit, 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 knit. So there is a time and a place for all knitting, but I really was missing my socks. So I cast on a pair, which you're probably thinking, Nicole, don't you have to knit that vest for your dad? That was his Christmas present. Yeah, I do, but I did not touch it because the yarn is a dark purple, and every time I would sit down in the evening to knit, it was so difficult to see. Well, Nicole, why don't you knit on it in the morning during your morning knitting? Well, because I cast on a pair of socks and I was knitting other things. Shame on me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Maybe in the end of March video, you will see some progress on that vest. If you guys watch Summerly Knits YouTube channel, well, first of all, if you follow her on Instagram, you know that she is like the queen of bright colored, beautiful socks. And I'm so attracted to the colors that she chooses because I don't usually choose them. I'm a very earth tone, earthy color, nature-inspired yarn person. But I love her decorating. I love the color she chooses for socks. It's like I have both of these in me, like both sides, two sides to me. Anyway, I was very inspired by the last two videos that she put out. She was designing a pair of socks, and she was putting a little like sporty stripe in them. And I thought, oh, I want to do that. But I didn't want to wind up a new skein because I have so many leftovers and scraps that I wanted to use up. So I went into my little drawer back there and looked at some of the colors that I had of leftovers and some scraps. And I found this like minty green color. And this is left over a homespun house. I think it's called Spruce. And I thought the two of them looked really nice together. So I thought, okay, heels, toes, and cuffs, and then the main color. And then I wanted to do like a sporty stripe like she was doing. And so I saw this little bit of magenta that I had in the drawer. And I thought, oh, those kind of go nice together. So I'm going to do those three. And then I wanted a tiny little stripe in between the magenta stripes. So I added this. I thought, oh wow, I can do it. I don't have to be earthy. I can do this bright, fun color sock. Well, yeah, in theory, I can, but there's one thing that is bothering me about this sock that I've done. And do you see that orange, rusty fleck in there? Well, it is throughout this whole yarn, and it is not that color. It is most definitely like the color of my shirt, and these are not the same colors. When I knit up my sock from back here, oh, that's kind of cute. It's not terrible, but look at that little orange fleck right up against that pink, and I can't stop seeing it. So it's really bothering me, and I know it's dumb. Like, for the most part, this is a really cute sock, but also I just don't think it's me. And so it's going to be a gift for my daughter because it's most definitely her. So I think I'm just going to finish knitting this up. I probably can finish this today, just finish the foot and the toe, and then I'm going to knit the other one, and it's going to go in my Christmas gift knitting drawer. Which, if you watched my yarn destash, I don't have a Christmas gift knitting drawer anymore because all of these are filled. So I need to find a place to throw all my Christmas gift socks because this is going to be the first one that I finish. I do have quite a few leftovers and minis and scraps that aren't in that drawer, so I didn't choose from them for the sock because they're all in this bag that I have for my granny stripe blanket. And if you see this little hole here, it's because my dog loves to get to my Tuft Woolens hand balm and the soap to chew them because they smell like food. They smell delicious. and he wants them. And so he chewed a hole in my bag trying to get it, but I caught him just in time. So anyway, these are all the colors that I still have to put in my blanket. So the last time I showed it to you, where are you? Okay. So the last time I showed it to you, I was down here. And since then, I've been able to add this brown tweed stripe, and then this little black stripe, and this pink section. And then the next color that I'm going to add is this variegated pinks and golds section. And every every row takes quite a while because this is a wide blanket. But I'm moving right along on it, and I kind of don't want to stop. I know that I need to work on my dad's vest, and I think I'm going to make that my morning knitting because the yarn is so dark. And then in the evenings, I can crochet on this or socks, because this is crochet and it's like second nature, and the colors, even if they're dark, I feel like I can work on this in the evening. So I need to just plan out my knitting and crochet a little bit better. I dropped this and I don't want the dog to get it. So those are my works in progress. And now I just want to show you some acquisitions. So the first one is from Palmer Yarn Company. I subscribe to her yarn subscription. So every month I get a sock set. And for March, the colorway is titled Wish. So this is for March, and I am loving these jewel tones. This just reminds me of the ocean. And I think because I have resigned myself over to the decision that I am not going to shop for any yarn when I go on vacation, I'm going to take this with me to the beach this summer so that I can knit a pair of socks on vacation in this colorway, because it is just beautiful. Love it. And then the other sock subscription that I am subscribed to is the Farmer's Daughter Fibers Sock Squad subscription. And this, for March, the colorway is called Grandma's Hands. You guys, this is my favorite pink ever. I love the terracotta brownie pink. It is truly my favorite. And combined with this, I don't know whether to call it black or like a muted black, it's the same color as my yarn dresser. And I just love these two colors together. So these are definitely staying with me. These will not be a gifted pair of socks. So really beautiful. Between the two of those, I'm going to have some cutie socks. I also had someone email me. Tao from the Knitting Swan sent me an email and asked if she could gift me a project bag. And I said, yes, thank you so much. And so she sent it to me, and I wanted to share it with you because it's absolutely beautiful. This is her tag. And this is the bag, and it is a beautiful quilted bag with roses on it. You guys, I posted on Instagram today this photo of my rose bushes with these tiny little bloom, well, they're not blooms, like the leaves starting to come out. It's like it's waking up from its sleep, and I'm just so excited to see that first bloom. So the fact that she sent me roses on this bag made me so happy, because it's such a beautiful print, and roses, I love seeing roses pop through in the spring, and then I enjoy them all summer. It's just one of my favorite flowers. This bag is amazing. It's huge. It's definitely, you could definitely fit a sweater project in it. It is shaped like a bucket. So the bottom is like ovally round. And it is drawstring. And it has, on the inside, it is lined in like a plain cream colored, and it has pockets all the way around, little individual pockets. Thank you so much, Tao, for this gift. I really, really love it. It's gorgeous. And she also sent a smaller sock-sized bag that I wanted to show you guys. that is going to go into my giveaway drawer for an upcoming giveaway to give to one of you. And this is the bag here. It is the perfect little size for socks or for hats or gloves or any small project that you would want to have. So thank you again, and you guys should definitely go check out the Knitting Swan if you are looking for some project bags. I did have one question. This question is from Terry, and she asked, can you share where you got your wooden mitten animals? I've been wanting to get this book and animals for a friend and her grandkids. I couldn't find the animals. So the animals that she's referring to, or the project that she's referring to, I talked about in one of my Advent Sunday videos, so I will link that up in the cards. I think the original idea was from Tin Can Knits. I talk about it in that video, but basically you buy these little wooden animals to put inside a knitted mitten as you read The Mitten by Jan Brett. And I just think it's such a sweet idea. And since then, a few of you have recommended other books that the same animals can be used for as you read to children. I'm going to pick those up as well. I have them in my Save for Later on Amazon. Animals that she's referring to are by Holztiger. And this is a European country. This is a European product. So to find all the animals that were in the book, this is the owl. I had to go on Amazon. I had to go to the actual Holztiger website. I basically in the search engine just put Holztiger wooden animals and waited to see what came up. And whatever I could get from Amazon, I did. And then whatever I had to find elsewhere, I did. So I think I had them coming from 3 different places. Also check Etsy if you can't find it on Amazon or if they're sold out somewhere else. Sometimes I think I got 1 or 2 from Etsy as well. So good luck. I hope you find them because it really is just such a cute little gift. So the last thing we're going to do is our giveaway. And we have 2 winners who are going to be receiving 5 50-gram skeins of Knit Picks palette yarn. And these are the colors. So they're each going to get these 5 colors. So good luck. So in the last video, I had you comment with #palette. So I put that in to filter out the comments. And the first winner is Michelle Shanahan. She said, I recommend keeping a bit of the yarn from your projects. If I have extra, I keep it. You never know what can happen. So she's referring to the yarn stash video that I did. After I knit a sweater, if I have any left over, sometimes I have 1 skein left over. And I said, should I keep this in case there's a hole or I have to repair it in some way? And she recommends that I do. I had someone else say, why would you keep it? Because you're meeting gauge and you are ordering yarn according to your gauge. And I just want to say that the reason that I always have some left over is because I estimate, and I always know that I make sweaters longer, especially if they're cropped, for my body, if I'm making them for me, and I do not gauge swatch. So I'm definitely guesstimating with my yarn, knowing that I always need extra for the length, and also for the length in the arms because I have longer arms and I like my sleeves like this. It is not an exact science when it comes to what the pattern recommends and what I'm actually doing with my sweaters, so that's why I generally have some left over. The second winner is Juju McNubbin, which I think is such a cute name. And she says, I haven't tried palette yarn before. The rusty colored sweater yarn you have is gorgeous. Thank you. I love it too. So congratulations to you both. I'm so excited to send this yarn to you. So if you will email me at hellopinecottage@gmail.com and send me your mailing addresses, I will send these out to you ASAP. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again for being here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Next Wednesday, I will be posting a simple living video. I haven't decided what we're going to talk about yet, but it's going to be something related to simple living. I think I'm either going to do my homemade body butter, or we're going to talk about a capsule wardrobe. I haven't decided which. It depends if I really want to dive into my closet, because it really does need a reset for the new season and the new year. So it might be that one, but I don't know if I have the energy for it yet. I hope you'll join me. If you're just here for the knitting, I will see you at the end of March in 2 weeks for another knitting video. So I hope you have a great week. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.